Hey everybody, and welcome to Reckless TV. We have a crazy interview for you guys today. Everybody, I want to introduce you to one of the biggest names in talk, blogging, vlogging, all of the other things here on YouTube. Everybody say hello to TommyNC2010.
Hello there.
Ah!
Well, I wouldn't say that big. I'm just a dot on the board.
Well, I gotta make it huge because you're gonna blow up. You're gonna be on TV soon, but we're gonna talk about that. You're gonna be all over the place. You're gonna be MTV, BET. I'd love to see you on BET. That might be funny. But but anyway, Tom, tell everyone watching you on here, a little bit about you.
I am TommyNC2010. I am from Western North Carolina. Originally, I'm from Orlando, Florida. But I basically, I'm an entertainer. I love positivity. That's my game here on YouTube, trying to create positivity. I love wrestling. I watch WWE. My friend Ashley got me into watching wrestling when the D-Generation X was coming back, and Shawn Michaels super kicked Triple H's daughter in the face, and that's when I got started watching it. And I've been a wrestling fan for a good while. There was a period in my life where I said I didn't want people to make fun of me because I said wrestling was. People kept saying to me wrestling is stupid, and I kept saying, oh, if it's that, okay, I guess I'm just going to be like, I'm just a spectator of wrestling. And people kept saying to me, you're a fan, Tommy, you're a fan. So for a while, and then a new error came along, and I just came out in a message on Facebook saying, don't make fun of me. I'm saying this. Don't judge me for this, but I am a fan of wrestling now, and I've been holding this back for a while. So into that, I started making YouTube videos. I think it was around 2010, maybe. Around that time, I was making random videos, just making videos, making videos. It was an interesting journey doing what I have to do, and then I met my friends in Boston. It was their brainchild idea for the Tommy Talks, but with some falling out, I'm still friends with maybe possibly two of them, but there's one member of my team that I don't speak to anymore. I kind of split up with those guys because I got tired of the bull crap. I don't know if what your censor is here on your show, what your language
Oh,
barrier is.
anything goes on my show. I don't care. I smoke, I drink. I'm supposed to stop, but I can't. So
Uh, So basically, I have been going across this journey of YouTube, and I have met a lot of people that I probably wouldn't have met in real life because the internet has this awesome thing of connecting everybody in together. Um, when I was in high school, everybody asks, where does the suits come from? I'm like, I started wearing suits back in high school. Like, anywhere I could grab a suit, I would buy one, and I got them from Goodwill mostly because they were cheap, and of course I'm wearing dead man's clothes. I realized that. I'm like, yep, I'm wearing a dead man's clothes. Probably he probably had a stroke or something like that, or died, But these are
as long as he
very.
didn't get the stroke from the clothes, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, I don't have my fedora with me today. This is my Humberg. This is my old classic fedora Humberg, and I got this off of a magazine a friend gave me. I ordered it. It was very nice. I thought it was very cool. I got my fedora hat. That's at my friend Ashley's right now. I left it there accidentally. Uh, I left that. I got that from Getzel's department store. It's in Leesburg, Florida. A reasonably plug for them. If you go Getzel's department store in Leesburg, Florida, you can go online on their website, and it's really nice. If I can, you might want to share this link with your fans so they can order a special hat. I just sent the link to somebody today. Just ignore. Oops, just a second. I apologize for giving you dead air here. I was just trying to get the link for you.
Oh, you are just fine. Now, while you're looking that up, I've been wanting to ask you this question. All right, we know that you are. I'm going to call you the YouTube Prince of Positivity. Okay. How is
I
it that
appreciate
you are able to associate yourselves with the likes of us? Let's just say we'll call ourselves semi-heels. Like, well, of course, Devious Dave Rose, the devious one, he's a heel. Heel Tommy. Me, I haven't quite figured out why the fans are embracing me as a face when they know I'm a heel. But how is it that you associate yourself so freely with the heels and you're so positive? You're like the New Day of YouTube.
Huh?
I said you're like the New Day of YouTube. How is it that you can associate yourself with the not so positive individuals so freely?
Well, because you guys are talking about wrestling, and I like wrestling, so with with Joe Cronan's show, it's very entertaining, it's amusing, and I don't see you guys as heels. I just see you guys as human beings, and I like watching stuff about wrestling, people's opinions. Last night, I watched an interview. I hate CM Punk. I despise that man. He called me a fat ass and told me to wobble my ass back to my seat a long time ago, and I've hated him since. I challenged him to a fight in the ring. I made a video. If you look back through my videos, you'll see where I challenged CM Punk to a fight, a straight-on fight, no holds bar match. If he lost, I would strip him of his WWE title and give it to somebody else. If I lost to him, I'd have to wear a pink shirt that says I'm a CM Punk supporter, but it never happened. He just never approached me about it. He never sent me a message, and I thought it could be like a small, like, showmanship thing, a small YouTuber going up against a big superstar. He could probably beat the snot out of me, probably. He could, but I would give a fighting chance.
It's all right. It's all right. I would have interfered in that match and destroyed him with a steel chair to the back of his freaking small ass head. All right. I don't like CM Punk either, but everybody knows that.
But I watched this interview, Colt Cabana's show. I think this is the show that's being sued because he was talking about all this stuff with Colt Cabana, and I do have a little bit of respect for the man that is behind CM Punk, because he dealt with a lot of crap, and I don't know Vince McMahon's size, because McMahon is so full of crap sometimes that you don't know what's the truth and what isn't the truth. So you don't know what you're getting with Vince. He said Triple H. With CM Punk, he said Vince gave him free. He says, I'll give you a chance. Or something. I'll give you a favor. And I'll do something for you. You owe me. You'll owe me. I'll owe you. I owe you. And 3 times Vince said that to him. 3 times. And then finally, he was just tired and he just left. And he told Vince, he's like, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm tired of this. And they fired him on his wedding day. But the man that plays CM Punk, I do have a little bit of ounce of respect for him right now after that interview. But
yeah, I can tolerate Phil Brooks. It's CM Punk I can't stand.
You're taking these interview places?
Oh, hey, these interviews are going mobile. I mean, I told you at any given time these interviews could come see the beautiful streets of Atlanta or the beautiful wet streets of Atlanta because it's raining.
It's actually pretty dry up here right now.
Oh, no, I'm just glad it warmed up some because it was so cold here in Atlanta the other week that they shut down schools for cold. I'm pretty sure they do that in North Carolina too.
Yes, it sucks. It's just one little flurry will land on the ground and melt, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, we gotta shut down schools."
Oh yeah. Let me give a shout out to this is my shameless plug section. Let me give a shout out to Newport cigarettes because I smoke them and they're not paying me for it. They should pay me for it. Joe has blue e-cigs. I have Newports. All right.
My
you got
advice
anybody
to you,
needs to
man.
plug during your show?
What?
I said, do you have any shameless plugs that you need to make?
Okay, yeah, folks, I just want to let you know that I have a Patreon program. This is not shameless. This is me trying to support my channel and help the future of TommyNC2010. But it's patreon.com/TommyNC2010, and I will give Graham here the link to that so he could post it in the chat so you could become a patron. And if you donate, you'll get rewards and all sorts of awesome things. There's a rank of 25, 50, 100, and a future is 500 a month. Of course, I doubt I'm not going to get that. You know, what person would be smart enough to donate $500 who has $500 tucked away? You know, like that. But it's just a blind excitement thing but it's basically supporting my channel. I'm trying to find it here. I have it here on my YouTube channel, but I'll give it to you, Graham, so you can show your fans. Okay.
Oh, while you're looking it up, let me go ahead and do my shameless plug. Shameless plug actually works for you too. Everybody that watches this video within the sound of my voice, and anybody who can hear me outside here in the streets of Atlanta, go to extremepodcast.com, become a member, do whatever it says to do at the top of the screen. Watch. This has all the videos. You got Dead on Dave. You got Tommy C. You got the Joe Cronin Show. You got TommyNC on there. And
Really?
eventually, one day, possibly, you'll have me on there.
I'm on there? How did I get on there? Did Joe put it?
I swore I saw you on there yesterday. I haven't
Really?
been on today. But you're a member of the family. We've got you as a member of the family.
I
Of all
appreciate
podcasts. Let's
that.
see. Does it say? It says. Oh no. TommyNC's not on there yet. But I'm gonna make sure that you get on there as part of the family. But
Yeah, because I don't do podcasts. I don't really kind of do podcasts. I do Google Plus Hangouts with that, and I don't really know how to do a podcast. That's the thing about that.
oh, it's all right. We'll get it squared away.
I
Um,
appreciate that. It's very
but
complimentary.
everybody go watch this. Hey, you'll get to hear the interviews and not have to look at our ugly faces.
Hey, I'm
Okay?
not ugly.
Well, my ugly face. I don't care. If I'm ugly, everyone else is ugly because I'm the sexiest man alive. Remember that.
I told
Um,
Graham he looks like the guy from he looks like the guy from first what is it
King
shoot, I
of
forgot
Queens.
the King of Queens. Yes. Where's Doug Heffernan?
Yes, I know. Y'all got me with that one. I thought that was kind of amusing. Now, okay, let's move forward a little bit with this interview. Oh, wait, before I do that, like I said before, Extreme Podcast. Everybody, after this video is done, do not do it while you're watching the video, or I will come to your house and cut you. But after this video is done, go subscribe to TommyNC2010. Go subscribe to Shot from the Point. Go subscribe to Spectrum Gaming 617. Go subscribe to Devious Dave Rose. Who am I missing? Dead on Dave Productions. Who else do they need to subscribe to? They need to get their subscriptions up.
Okay, Vlog Montana, Mark Hyder, Eddie Explores, Geeks and Sports, Chris Perillo. He has a lot of subscribers, but Benjamin Perillo, Joe Perillo. Let me think. Cool Duder, Wet Movie 1. I can't remember. I'm trying to think of some more names, but I've kind of lost track. I'm really trying to find this link for my Patreon, but patreon.com/TommyNC2010, and I'll do my best to get you that link, man. I am having a hard time finding it. I posted it on Facebook a while back ago. Everything gets lost on Facebook, doesn't it?
Oh yes, everything does get lost on Facebook. We may have a special joining us.
Oh, really?
I'm letting him know what I'm doing because I just sent him the invite. I didn't tell him what I was doing. But now, one of the questions I'm not sure if anybody's ever asked you this before. I know you've been interviewed by everybody everywhere, especially all of this family has gotten an interview with you. But why did you become a wrestling fan?
I became a wrestling fan because I thought it was entertaining, and I thought it was amusing, and the background stories and some of the just the characters, and it was colorful and it was entertaining, and that's the reason why I didn't fall in love with the other wrestling brand was because TNA was too small for me. I thought it was just like they're in dark stages and it just wasn't amusing for me, so I said WWE is a very controversial company. They're very out there. They're large. They're big. They're flashy. They have wrestlers that that are you'll come back and watch it to see what's going to happen the next night.
Oh, okay. So out of all the brands that are out right now, who is the brand, or which is the brand that you prefer to watch over any other? I mean, I know that there's TNA, WWE, ROH, Lucha Underground, which is Lucha's actually my favorite. Prince Puma is the man. But if you could just have one that you watched all the time, and that'd be the only one, or a combination of two of them, what would it be?
It would be a mixture between WCW and WWE.
Well, we had that, and it worked out horribly.
I know. I said this to Joe, I said we need another rich billionaire. We need somebody like a Ted Turner to come in there and go up against Vince. And I tell you what, Vince will probably have a heart attack if he fails in the ratings. And then next thing you know, Vince McMahon dies of a heart attack. Triple H takes over the company. Hunter Hearns Helmsley.
I would resubscribe to the WWE network if that happened. Yes, I was one of the hashtag cancel WWE network people. I got really pissed off about the whole Royal Rumble thing, and
Taker, I'm guessing.
Oh no, Taker. I think Taker just needs to be done. There is one match that I want to see with Taker, okay, and that's Sting and Taker, because that's what Sting wants. Give the Stinger what the hell he wants. He wants that match with Taker. Let their old asses get together and have a good match.
Yes, and what's not okay? Honestly, at WrestleMania, forget about Bray Wyatt. Let's put Taker, because here's the thing: they were both leaders in their companies. Sting was the leader of WCW, and he never left. Undertaker was the leader of his company, and he never left. And both of them threw the views. And then finally, and now they're together. But Taker is a once-a-year wrestler that's about to start withering away. And here's Sting right here. But they're kind of like in the same room, but they're like this, managers between them. And they want to get together like this and be like, give us an epic match. But I think Sting's not that worn out, but I think Taker is more worn out than Sting is, I think.
Okay, moving on to wrestlers from that time frame that, here's a question that I've had. I've never really gotten into this with anybody, but now's the perfect time as any. But do you think that, all right, I'm gonna grab a few out of the bucket here. The Rock, Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, and Edge. I'm going to use those four because those are four that I really liked. Do you think that they would be able to make it in today's PG era of WWE?
No, because Vince would be fining them every single day, and I'm sorry, these guys are Attitude Era guys, and you can't put Attitude Era guys in a PG era. And when they try to bring him back, Stone Cold's always like, I'm going to whoop your ass. And then The Rock's like, bitch. And then, I wonder how Vince is going, oh, my God. I can't stand this. I need the ratings so badly, but I just can't stand it anymore. You're fired.
See, that's why I like having you around, Tommy. You always crack me up. But okay, do you think that there's any talent in that locker room right now that would have made it back in the Attitude Era?
Zack Ryder.
Woo, 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 really?
Yes, Zack Ryder, because he has that high energy, and it seems like Vince is not giving him a chance, and the only time they give him a chance, they throw him off the side of a balcony on the stage. They throw him off the stage, and he hurts his leg, and then we never hear about him ever again. He loses the United States title, and then that's it. That's it for Zack Ryder. Is he still with the company, or has he been terminated?
I believe he is still with the company. But what about Ziggy?
Ziggy, Dolph Ziggler?
Yeah.
Ziggler had potential for him. He is decent. He is a decent wrestler, but I have to say that with the storyline firing, and it was interesting, and to see Cena, I don't know what Cena's like in real life, but I think he does care about people, and I think maybe Cena in real life, because I watch Total Divas occasionally, and Cena is not a guy.
I don't trust Total Divas. Total Divas is scripted, Tommy.
There's
nothing real about that show.
It is?
Yeah, there's no way that stuff is not scripted. I mean, it's just as bad acting as it is on the daggone product.
I just wonder, well, what kind of guy is John Cena beyond You Can't See Me, and what is he like? I wonder if he's a comic book guy, or if he's just a classic, if he's a painter, if he paints, or in between shows, he has relaxing time. What is John Cena like? That's my question. I've always wondered.
All right, I will help you out with this one. All right, you want to know what John Cena's like in real life? All right, picture back in high school, okay, that the quarterback that was a douchebag. That's John Cena in real life. Okay, I don't care. He's a douchebag. I mean, all the way around. Shoot, what's his name? Tommy C. And I had this conversation a few months back. We both had the same experience with John Cena being a douchebag towards us. Okay, and I think that's just how he is in his actual life. I mean, I think John Cena is born, raised, and gonna die, Massachusetts douchebag.
Oh God. I think his body is just going to crumble. Like he's going to have one more match, and then his body is just going to fade out. And Cena thinks he has a few more good matches in him, and I think no more face of the company. I think he's going to retire, and then next WrestleMania he's going to resign. He's going to go into the Hall of Fame.
You just said live on my show that you think Cena has one more good match in him.
That's my
Yes, that's what you said?
Yes.
When has he ever had his first fucking good match?
Okay, I am a Cena fan. I do like Cena occasionally, but I just think he's had a lot of good
matches. Look, you know, this is usually a football channel. So we look at video evidence and proof, just like the referees. You shoot me a video where John Cena had a phenomenal match, and I will buy a John Cena t-shirt and wear it on the show. If you can show me a match where John Cena actually worked.
Versus The Rock, the rematch versus The Rock. That was an epic match right there. He put all of his hard work.
The Rock did all of the work. Dwayne Johnson did all of the work in both of those matches. He carried John Cena. John Cena, I will give it to John Cena. John Cena is that he epitomizes that never give up. Okay, he can take bumps, although sometimes he does take them extremely awkwardly. Okay, he's a tough looking guy, and he could take a beating. But this isn't Energizer or Timex. You can't just take a licking and keep on ticking. All right, he's gonna have to show me something in order for me to actually believe that his entire, how many years is this now? 10, 15 years of him being given to us, ever since he walked out and said, my name's John Cena. Well, what do you have to bring to it? Ruthless aggression. All right, ever since that, I was expecting more out of him. Now, with John Cena, I'm going to give it to him. I liked the prototype. Okay? I'll go. I liked the prototype. I did not like John Cena. If he had stuck with that little gimmick that he had in OVW, now he did work in OVW, I'll give him that. So maybe the fact that he hasn't worked in the WWE is Vince's fault. But he hasn't done anything in the WWE to gain my respect yet.
I think he's gained my respect enough because he's not like all these other guys like it just show up and then have one match and they leave and then come back once a year. Cena's there every single night, wrestling for the fans. Even if he's not out in the ring, he's in the back doing stuff. He's going off to see kids and stuff like that. And I think Vince should be fair about all the other wrestlers that see sick kids. And my question is, does Cena care enough? He sees these kids, he talks with them, but when they die, does he ever go to the funerals? Is he ever supportive to the family? Does he ever donate to the families that lose their kids that die? That's these kids are sick realistically, and they're going to die because they have an incurable disease, and it's sad to say that these kids are not going to make it. They're seeing somebody that they want to be, but they won't because they're sick and they're not going to make it. And I wonder how Cena feels every single day seeing a kid and knowing that kid's not going to make it. And that makes me wonder what he thinks about that.
I mean, now I would have more respect for him if he did do like you said. If he donated to the family, if he went to the funerals, if he did all that stuff. Me personally, I don't know if he does that stuff. So I'm not going to judge him on that. But it comes off to me, and I know a couple other people that feel the same way, with the whole Make-A-Wish Foundation and stuff that he's doing there. The fact that the WWE publicizes it so much, it makes it seem more like a publicity stunt, him going to do it, than an actual genuine act of caring. Okay? There's plenty of people that are all over the sports world, football players. I know more football players that go do stuff like that, but they're not on the news. They don't want to be on the news. They don't want to be publicized about it. They just go do it, make the kid happy, and move on. And then there's people that I know of some sports figures that have donated money to the families of these kids. But they're not all in the newspapers about it. They don't sit there and try to make us love them because of it. Now, it could just be an angle that the WWE and Vince McMahon is trying to play at to keep John Cena relevant, but it just seems like they're pushing that on us, and it seems less genuine.
I heard when CM Punk was doing the interview, I heard him say, when Vince has a meeting, he'll say, how do we make, what do we do with Cena now? That's every single time at a meeting, apparently. And it shouldn't be just Cena. It should be like every other wrestler in that locker room that should get a chance. And Cena may be the high guy up here. He may be the face of the company. But it's time to let somebody like Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan be the face of the company. And, when was it ever that you saw a hairy wrestler like Daniel Bryan, except for Black, like with these old school wrestlers? You've never seen it anymore. They're all baby faces. They're not hairy. Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, as they call him, and he's reminds me of Paul Bunyan a
No,
little
but
bit.
I mean that whole thing got changed. The whole picture of what a face is, what a baby face is, changed back in the Attitude Era. Stone Cold and The Rock made the ability for us to accept somebody that's out of the norm as the face. But the thing is, Brian's a whole different step away from all that. He's not the anti-hero. He's not the hero. He's the regular Joe that you can't help but freaking like.
Yeah, it's Dan. I like Daniel. Yes, 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 yes.
I could do without the freaking yes chance. I mean, do it when you come out, but I don't want to hear it every 30 seconds during your match.
He's like a cult leader. He can get people. He got people come in the freaking audience to support him. I thought that's never been done in WWE history. Fans coming out of the audience all with yes shirts and standing behind Daniel Bryan and supporting him. I've never seen something like that before. That is truly amazing.
It
And
was.
he is a man that could say one thing and then his people will jump up behind him and attack you. I bet you if you told a Daniel Bryan fan that Daniel Bryan sucked, they would get up in your face and they would punch you in the face.
Yeah, but you get up to a Cena fan and tell a Cena fan that they suck, and they just blast about you on Twitter.
What, did you do that one time to a Cena fan?
Oh well, no, nobody. I'm too big for anybody to blast on Twitter, and nobody can punch me in the face either. But I mean, if somebody wants to, I encourage them to try. It's been a while since I've been in a good fight, but I'm like Finley. I'm the Finley of the regular human beings. I love to fight. But speaking of Finley, that just brought me up another point. I've seen a couple glimpses of Fit Finley, because he's still working backstage. Fit Finley still looks freaking good for his age. Have you noticed that?
All right, who's Fit Finley? I'm a young wrestling fan, so I'm into wrestling. I don't know who Fit Finley is.
No, Fit Finley. Do you remember the Hornswoggle, the guy who originally came out with Hornswoggle? The
Yes.
Irish guy. He works backstage now. You see him every time the suits have to come out of the back because he works in the back. But Fit Finley was a brawler in the ring. He'd have knocked Sheamus flat on his ass. And he was a shorter guy, he was stocky. But I mean I'm trying to figure out when he stopped wrestling. But it wasn't too long ago.
Is he the security for Mr. Sofa?
No. No, he's who does he do? Every time you see Pat Patterson come out, every time you see Pat come out of the back in the suit, Fit Finley's usually there with him. They don't announce that it's Finley though, but I mean it's crazy to notice that that's him.
Jeez, wow. So, question for you. I'm sorry to get off the topic of wrestling. What is your favorite thing of my channel? I've always asked this to everybody.
My favorite thing on your channel?
Yes.
Man, your channel is a little bit of everywhere. That is my favorite thing about your channel. You will do anything on your damn channel. All right? You got videos. It's like I never know what to expect when one of your videos is coming out. I might get a little bit of wrestling. I might get a damn promo cut on somebody. Hell, I might get some stuff that I want to cut up and put into a vine. All right? I'm just saying. I mean, if your videos crack me up. And I'm going to tell you this. I mean no disrespect when I say this, okay? I heard you talk numerous times on the other shows, the Joe Cronin show and some other places, right?
Yeah.
But when I finally saw you, you are not what the heck I pictured when I heard your voice.
What'd you picture?
I pictured like Tony B.
Tony B? Who's Tony B?
Hollywood. Tony. What's his name? Tony Barrazzo or the young kid. I thought you were younger than you actually are. I mean, when I thought about you, I pictured a kid. I mean, but you're a grown man. I mean,
24. I'm only 24 really. So
well, you're still a grown man. I mean, hell, I'm a growner man, but you're still a grown man. Once you hit 18, I figured you for like 18, 19 years old, a little snot-nosed kid that was a wrestling fan. But you're not. After talking to you, I realized you were an intelligent individual. But you're not at all what I pictured. But you are one hell of a fanboy.
The first time I ever called into the Joe Cronin show, I was nervous as hell. Like, I was shaking in my bones, like, calling into the Joe Cronin show because I thought I was talking to somebody famous. And Joe is famous off of here on YouTube, and I was nervous. Like, I was nervous to even call in. I was like, these guys are going to tear me apart because I'm like, I know nothing about wrestling, and I'm like, I'm just calling in to give my opinion about Raw. And I was nervous as hell for the first time I ever called the Joe show, and that's what it was for me. I was very nervous to speak to Joe, and when
I had the ability to sit there and listen to the calls. Like I started watching Joe's show, I'd have to say around WrestleMania last year. Okay, because I was irritated. And my family could give a shit less about wrestling. Okay? I could sit here, I forced my wife to watch Raw, even though she hates it. But I'm just in my room watching Raw. She hates it. Yeah, but I have like nobody to talk about. So just one day, like right after WrestleMania, I was irritated about something. I was irritated about The Undertaker. And I mess around, got online, and I'm like, let me find a chat room or something to bitch. Because, hell, I enjoy bitching about shit that I don't like. I'm not passive-aggressive. I'm extremely aggressive. So I just went looking I said, fucking WrestleMania sucked or something. And fucking two channels came up. Bruce Blitz and Joe Cronin. And so I said, let me go watch these fucking videos. And so I started watching them. I was watching them live. Then I'm like, shit, Joe's taking callers. Let me call in, bitch. So he let me go on, he let me bitch. And ever since then, I was a Joe Cronin guy.
Just make sure you're not a Paul Heyman guy.
I want to be a Paul Heyman guy.
Oh God. Oh my God.
I would love to be a Paul Heyman guy.
That freaking weasel, that freaking gorilla, walrus.
If I was a Paul Heyman guy, I would have Paul Heyman bring me out the same way he does Brock, and start talking for me. And then in the middle of it, I'd be like, Paul, I got this. And then just dig into whoever the hell I was cutting that promo on and tell them how much I would destroy them and rape them or some odd member of their family in the middle of the ring with my lubed up fist that I got Pennzoil Pete to lube up for me. And I would jam it up their ass.
You know, here reminds me
if anybody watching this does not know who Pennzoil Pete is, go to this man's channel. Go to this man TommyNC2010 channel and freaking watch his interview from last night with Joe Cronin. You will learn who Pennzoil Pete is, and you will fall on the floor. Phone's ringing. I've ignored 4 phone calls during this interview, though. Oh, shit. Everybody ignored Oh shit! Hey, welcome. Hey, Black Mamba is watching. Hi, Mamba.
Does
That's why
Mamba
my
have any
phone's going.
questions for me in the chat?
Oh,
I mean,
oh, he commented. He commented on the use of Pennzoil Pete. Pennzoil Pete is awesome. So, what other characters do you have? Because I know TommyNC2010 is partially Tommy. Okay, but what other characters does Tommy have besides TommyNC2010?
that there's other characters like Mr. Black. He hasn't made an appearance in a while. He is a hitman that tells stories about the people he has killed, and that was inspired by watching a documentary on the Iceman, Richard Kuklinski, and I took a little bit off of Richard Kuklinski's storyline and mixed it together, made it into this guy who has his voice now, and he wears what he does is, hold on, he wears sunglasses. He's like, my name is Mr. Black. I'll do the job if you pay me the right amount of money. Yeah, here's the deal. If I ever take off my glasses, you're a dead man. If you ever see the color of my eyes, I'll leave you dead. You understand that? I killed almost 1,000 men, and I've done it good. I've been paid good, and no one's gonna get in my way because I'm Mr. Black, and I'm gonna disappear into the night. And when you see me, be very afraid. Be very, very afraid, because when I stick that revolver in your mouth, just remember, if I come up behind you with a syringe and I eject you with something, just remember, it's over. Because Mr. Black is here, the ghost, the man.
Mr. Black, please, please, please please don't hurt my fans. Please don't hurt my fans.
As long as you don't do anything, I won't hurt you or your family. Well,
what? I know Mr. Black scared the shit out of me. Oh, you know what? Your fans are showing up on in this video as well. But I was asked if you were going to do anytime soon a new spoken word hip hop.
I really don't know that. I do. I don't know if I'm gonna do hip hop or not. I do rap, free spoken word, but I have Funktaculous that I do. I know Joe has played it 1,000,000 times on his show, but we're in process of working on another song for Funktaculous, and it just happens when it happens. Pretty much throw out $50, and then this guy records for us, and then puts it together.
Oh, awesome. All right. Any questions? Actually, I haven't done this for anybody yet. Are there any questions that you have for me? And get as dirty as you want, Tommy.
Here's the thing. I'd rather save that for my show. I'd rather interview you fresh for my show. And we'll just talk about wrestling, or if you want to ask me any questions about, I'll throw some good questions. What kind of camera do I use? What kind of suits do I wear? What do I eat?
Oh, speaking of your suits. Speaking of your suits, you know I was going to say something about this. Okay? So, question. Which would you rather wear for an interview? Suits or pajamas?
I'd rather wear a suit for an interview.
What are you wearing right now?
Dress pants.
Oh, anybody that's watching this, Tommy is wearing, as you can see, he's wearing the gold jacket with the gold tie, the wonderful hat, the nicely laid shirt, but just like me, well, I'm not even wearing pants. So imagine what Tommy's got on. All right, everybody. Tommy, it has been fun. I know that you've got some other videos you got to go do today. I will come over to your channel and mess with your stuff. But everybody else, look at me. Watch Reckless TV. Like, subscribe, comment, share, tell your mama, uncle, aunt, tell your sister's mother's dog's master's best friend's cousin, and tell everybody to come see what the hell I'm doing, because I don't make no sense. And personally, I don't give a shit. But anyway, this is TommyNC2010. You can go see him, TommyNC2010, on YouTube. And I'll put all the links that he has sent to me over down there in that box. That's right. Yep, that right there. There. But
and also
yeah.
go to patreon.com and become a patron. Patreon.com/TommyNC2010. And you get rewards and benefits, all sorts of awesome things. And you get to, for a certain amount, you get to come into Tommy Talks and hang out with me and the crew and do a show with us and have just a dandy old time and become a Patreon. I hope that you guys can become a patron. It's once a month payments, but it's worth it. You get all sorts of awesome gifts becoming a patron.
And then whenever you go see his videos, take your thumb and stick it up his ass, but he does not require a condom, just as I don't. All right, everybody. I'll see you on the next episode.
Keeping you on the inside fact.
Hashtag.